What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they're out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Tavern Cut. So this is what they're calling a double IPA that comes in at 7.5% alcohol volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 6 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to Jeremiah from Hop Butcher for hooking me up with this one. I'll post a link in the description box to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Jeremiah hooked me up with. And yeah, this one sounds pretty simple, straightforward, to the point. This one is featuring Citra and Vic Secret hops, and yeah, sounds pretty good. Tavern Cut. I'd imagine this would pair perfectly with a pizza. I do. Anyway, let's crack this one open and get into a glass. Yeah, it's looking beautiful. That should be good. Throw this over here. Oh man, it smells awesome. Wow. Not even close to my nose, and it's a bunch of citrus and like just almost orange juice-esque. So yeah, very hazy, burnt orange kind of color, very murky, turbid. The turbidity is through the roof. You know, you can't see through it. Has about a finger and a half of this bright white, super fluffy and creamy looking head. That looks like a fantastic double IPA. Let's get a nose. Yeah, so like what? Oh wow. Tons of like pulpy orange juice. It's like straight up orange juice with pulp in it. That's what it is. A little bit of like a zesty grapefruit, maybe some tangerine. Like a peach closer to the core, not super sweet. Yeah, like an underripened peach as well. A little bit of like a floral, slightly dank component. Man, it smells really nice. Yeah, as I continue to smell that zesty citrus component, grapefruit, tangerine, orange, really starting to hit the nostrils, popping. It smells awesome. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody, and thanks again, Jeremiah. Pretty much carries over from the taste, or the taste carries over from the nose, I should say. Listen, I'll probably repeat myself whenever Jeremiah sends me Hop Butcher stuff and I'm drinking it and it's a IPA of some sort. The body and mouthfeel of these beers is just phenomenal. They've dialed them in. They know what they're doing. Super soft, smooth, and creamy. The body on this is 7.5%. It's like higher side to medium. It's appropriate for the ABV, for the style. Body mouthfeel, superb. The taste, pretty much like I said, the nose carried over to the taste, and it's quite tasty. This one is all about a sweet plus zesty citrus tone. Tangelo. Have you ever had a Tangelo, which is basically, I believe it's a tangerine and grapefruit hybrid. It just has such a juiciness to this, to the fruit, but that's what this beer has as well. It's a huge juiciness. And it reminds me of eating like a fresh Tangelo. Just lots of like orange, tangerine, grapefruit, just sweeter, juicy components to it. And that hits me at the front of the tongue. Especially the palate, that's where the zesty like grapefruit rind, orange rind comes in. And it kind of bitters the palate a little bit. So you're hit with like the sweet, juicy component up front of that citrus character. And then right after that, you're hit with the zestiness from pretty much like a grapefruit. Middle of the palate, that underripened peach hits. Maybe a slight touch of like a pineapple. The front part of the beer is sweet, but as it continues on, it's more zesty, more of just a, not straight bittering component, but it's just not overly sweet. It finishes with a mild to moderate bitterness, approaching moderate, which again, I've talked about Hop Butcher in a lot of these reviews, how they do, it's almost like a hybrid of a West Coast style IPA meets a New England style IPA. And again, this beer is kind of that to a T. You're getting everything you pretty much want a New England style IPA, but with like the bitterness, a little bit of like almost like a pine resin too on the back, very subtle. It finishes with a good balance between the sweetness, the bitterness. Yeah, I mean, 7.5% drinks like it's 6, like just from the, like I can't tell you this is a double IPA outside of like the flavors being nice and bold and the mouthfeel and the body. Like the ABV itself does not scream 7.5%, 8%-ish. You know, I mean, screams like 6, 6.5. Man, this is infinitely crushable. Like this is a fridge beer, and I say that a lot. A lot of times it has like, people think that has a negative connotation to it. Like, listen, a fridge beer just means you throw it in the fridge and you forget about it. This one has enough flavors and whatnot, but what I'm saying is, this, if I'm thinking about a 7.5% double IPA that I want to drink, but I don't want 7,000 flavors punching me in the face, and I just want to drink it and just enjoy every second of it, this is like a fridge beer. This is definitely a fridge beer. And here's the thing, I didn't mention this, but this beer is 6 weeks old because I took a break from my channel, and you'll see all that. When this is posted, you'll see a video, vlog, and everything. I took a month break from drinking beer. And this one's around 6, just over 6 weeks old, I believe, just approximately 6, maybe a day or two. And this beer has held up exceptionally well. Now, I don't know what this tastes like a day or two old, but this is a great beer. And I'm happy I got a couple more Hop Butcher to drink that are going to be around 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks old, because at the end of the day, sometimes you can't get the beers fresh. Sometimes they're on the shelves and you pick them up later. I'm sure Hop Butcher stuff sells out, but I want to see how the beers hold up. Like my favorite brewery's Other Half, and their beers sometimes hold up for 2-3 months. I've had double and triple IPAs from them that have been 4 or 5 months old that still delicious. And I'll tell you right now, at 6 weeks old, this is quite tasty. So kudos to Hop Butcher for brewing this beer. It's not my favorite beer or anything from them, but it's just a really well-made, tasty beer. So I'm going to give Tavern Cut from Hop Butcher a low 4.25 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.2 out of 5. I think taste-wise is probably a high 4, like a 4.05, 4.1, but that body and mouthfeel, like I always got to knock their stuff up, because at the end of the day, the body and mouthfeel plays a huge role in how much I enjoy a beer. Like, it's when you're drinking it, like the body and the mouthfeel, it makes a difference. And yeah, the softness of this beer and just the body being, higher side of medium body, it helps it out. So 4.2 out of 5 for a Tavern Cut from Hop Butcher. Price and availability, I want to say, Jeremiah sent me, I think it said $12.99 for lower at $14.99 and then $17.99 for triples. I think this would be $14.99 a 4-pack. $15 a 4-pack for this. 2 thumbs up. What am I doing with 1? 2 thumbs up. That's crazy. The availability, pretty much Chicago area. Although I had a friend of mine, I think it was Jeff, saying that another buddy of ours, Sadiq, is starting to get distribution of Hop Butcher in Georgia. I don't know. I don't know if that's like official or kind of just like some place they're bringing in. I have no idea. But I do know that $14.99 a 4-pack for this, pretty confident, and the availability of Chicago, they get out to like local bottle shops, Binny's and things like that, and also Brewery. So yeah, at the end of the day, fucking good beer. I like it. 4.2 out of 5. Thanks again to Jeremiah for hooking me up with this one. I have a couple more to review from them. Can't wait to get into them. And yeah, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.